Hello, and welcome to the Rang Rouge unit of the Reek. And today, we take a look at the ZTZ-85-III. So the Type 85 is a second generation of the Chinese main battle tanks. The reason for the upgrade was around the older Type 80s, the first generation of Chinese main battle tanks could kill a T-72 at a fair distance, but a T-72 could also kill the Type 80 because the Type 80 didn't have all that much armour. So they made the Type 85 where they increased the armour and added some other bits and ends. Pretty much it's quite similar to the original Type 80 design. Now the Mark III that we're looking at today was actually an export version the Chinese sold to the Pakistanis, where they increased the 105mm gun to a 125mm smoothbore gun and added a new engine so it could work in desert environments. In-game, the ZTZ-85-III is a 125-point Chinese main battle tank with year restriction 1995 and type restriction of mechanized and armoured decks, and it is also prototyped. Its first weapon, the PLA L25, is a 125mm cannon with 28 rounds, with range around at 2.2 kilometers, accuracy of 65%, 20% on the move, 21 AP power, 4 HE, and 7 rounds a minute. A pretty good gun considering the price. The main drawback is that it's absolutely pants while moving, so the tank has to be stationary to actually be able to hit something. But apart from that, 4 HE, so it can kill infantry quite fast, and it has quite a lot of armor penetration power at 20 runs, so you can definitely kill your super heavy tanks with relative ease. And as usual, its second weapon, this is a 50 cal machine gun, nothing special to see here. But if we just pop down to its miscellaneous stat, it has 16 frontal armor, 7 on the side, 2 on the back, and 2 up top, with medium size, medium optics, a speed of 60 kilometers an hour and 110 run on the road, and a nice autonomy of 720 kilometers. In battle, the ZTZ-85-III, like all of the Red Dragon tanks, is pretty much a glass cannon. It doesn't have all that much frontal armor for the price, but instead it has a whopping big gun, and this is no exception. With 21 armor penetration power and 4 HE, nothing on the ground will pretty much survive the onslaught of this cannon firing. But you do want to be careful. You want to keep the tank a little bit back in the forest, behind your lines, not at the forefront, because you don't really have the armour to survive against the more high-end stuff like M1A2 Abrams and Milan F3 ATGMs. Also, it isn't exactly great at doing a fast push, because it only has 20% accuracy while moving, which is pretty abysmal. So you want to treat this thing as a tank destroyer. Overall, I think the ZTZ-85-III is quite a nice tank. It fits that role of being able to take on the super heavy tanks for a pretty decent price, and it can also deal with infantry quite effectively thanks to its 4 HE. So yeah, quite a fun tank, maybe not the best run. I mean, you don't really see it being used too much because of its glass cannonish and how easy it is for tanks to die, especially with all the open maps and plain ATGMs and whatnot. But it has its role. And well, that's all I have time for. It's been another Rang Rouge unit of the week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and most importantly, take it easy.